What is good, everybody? Welcome back to the Life of Champ podcast, episode number 43, featuring Bree, my sister. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Bree. I guess to Champ, I'm Bree.
All right, awesome.
I'm Champ's sister, and this is my third time being on the podcast.
Third time on the podcast. Definitely had to bring her back on. She's one of the most requested people to be back on the podcast, so I definitely had to have her back on for sure. Today's topic is giving yourself time to think and really process all the things of thinking, right? Appreciate for stopping by. I'm Bree looking at him. Yes, sir. Him. Yes, sir. Yeah, you already know. Like LOACP. Come on now. You already know what time it is, fellas. Yeah, you know. See, look at him calling you out. Let's see it. Look at there you go. There you go. Hey. Oh, she's about to leave right now. Ain't no way. Yeah. So giving yourself time to think. So the way I got inspired by this idea to come up with this for the topic for the podcast is I've had a lot of personal time, given or rather earned, honestly, um, where I can really process anything that I really want to think about. And I thought it was an interesting thing to talk about because I recognize that not a lot of people actually get enough time to really think things through thoroughly, and you get caught up with the events of life, and you really just can't. You really don't have the time, or really don't make the time, to really sit down and process. Like I said, whether it's emotion, whether it's your next move, whether it's whatever. So we're just gonna go ahead and talk about that today. Also, if there's anything else you want us to talk about specifically today, maybe you want to get Bree's opinion, or maybe you want to get my opinion on something, go ahead and let us know as well. I appreciate it. Also, we have 3 people in here, so make sure you go and leave a comment just so we can see who's in here. But yeah, Bree, from there, where do you want to go?
From that topic?
Yeah.
I mean, with the comments, it could go anywhere.
No, for sure, for sure. KJ,
But
what's good? What's good, my guy? What's good? What's good? Appreciate you for stopping by. We in the chat, yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So she said we can go anywhere. Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about then is like I said, like I'll just kind of go back on what I was saying a little bit earlier. So I've had enough time to really think about things thoroughly. Um, I've been working for the last 4 months, and in this 4 months, it's probably been one of the most pivotal moments of my entire life when it comes to, like I said, really just processing things, like giving time and giving energy into the things that you really need time and energy to really fully process everything. So, for example, right, whether it's an emotion towards a person, or whether it's, like I said, lining up your next move, I've given myself enough time to think about these things and really let my mind not be occupied by anything besides those thoughts. Like I talked about earlier, you get caught up in life. You have certain events that go on that really prohibit. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. This is an Under Armour shirt, my dog. This I know the shirt's fire actually. The shirt's low key.
literally
Come on
fire.
now, literally fire, my guy. But yeah, appreciate it. Um, yeah, but going back to what I was saying, right? It's like, for example, right, one of the things that I've given myself enough time to think about is kind of like the specific direction that I want to go into life, and certain things I want to do, certain people I want to meet, certain ways that I want to be, certain relationships that I want to build. There's a lot of things that I really have thought through very, very thoroughly, and maybe even it's like an interaction with a woman, right? Like, let's just say like one of my past girlfriends or whatever. I've had enough time to really process everything. And like I said, I'm not getting distracted by work, for example. Work's a huge thing that not with not having it. Of course, I'm still putting in the work, but at the end of the day, not having work and not letting it consume a lot of people's energy and a lot of the brain capacity that you have, anyways. It really, like I said, it really allows you to really just take everything in life, and not just have that thing in the back of your mind of like saying like, yeah, well, I'm thinking about this right now, but hey, I got to go to work tomorrow, so that means I got to go to sleep right now. You feel me? And it just completely changes your entire way of living. And I recommend this for anyone that has the afforded opportunity to do so. I recommend you do that, just because it's honestly it's a good time if you can, like I said, if you can bear the circumstances. But yeah, but from there, Bree, one of the things I want to talk about with you, right, is giving yourself time to heal, right? And that's another thing that was also a part of this process as well. Is just giving myself enough time to heal. So, um, Do you have any advice for people that are trying to give themselves time to heal and kind of how to go about that process?
Um, I would say definitely make the time.
Okay, make the time. Okay.
'Cause some people don't. Some people know they need time but don't make the time. Um, I would say, I mean, for me, from experience, like I am a person that thinks of everything and everyone involved, and I try to think of every perspective possible, like what someone could be thinking at a certain moment and why they did what they did, type of thing. Um, I would say you have to think about yourself and what you want, and let's say like you're healing from something bad. I would say you need to you got to think about like how it affected you and really process that. I don't know if that makes sense, but like you really have to feel those feelings, emotions, and process
Mhm.
it.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree with you. If there's one thing I would recommend, hey, Kato, you know what? That's like, hey, if that works for you, man, that works for you. That also probably gonna work for a lot of people, but hey, this sounds pretty good to me. Um, but yeah, there's one thing I recommend within this amount of time that I've had off. So I would definitely not start the day with thinking about that. You shouldn't heal first thing in the morning. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you, right? And the reason I say this is because as of recently, I've been really paying attention to what I've been focusing on the first few waking hours, right? Like maybe like 3 or 4 hours into the day. I've been really specifically just setting out time to focus on what I deem to be worthy of focusing on. So I can either get my work done early in the day, or I can, like I said, just think about the things that I need to think about without having any specific distractions that go along with your everyday life. So, like I said, your phone, for example, right? This is one of the first things nearly 99% of people watching this are going to grab. The first thing that when they wake up, it's literally one of your first impulses. It's one of your three first impulses for most people. So, just removing that, and with having your phone in general, right? They pretty much alter what your attention is going on straight out the gate. And I feel like that's very hindering to people, and people don't even see that. They don't even see it that way. Like I said, you're letting the people that develop these apps, to really allow you to focus on certain things straight away, just to start the day. And like I said, that can suck a lot of energy out of you. That's for damn sure. So I definitely wouldn't recommend you starting your day off watching or no trying to heal the first thing you do when you wake up. That's for damn sure. What do you think about that, Brie?
It's true. I think you really gotta well, especially waking up in the morning. That's you gotta wake up first. Um, but yeah, no, I think your mind has to be the right time. I feel like in the morning maybe your mind is not clear.
So maybe would you recommend something at night?
I mean, whatever. I think sometimes that works best for people, but sometimes thinking about that at night before you go to bed could be like doing something to your mind, you know?
Yeah, I mean you can also get trapped in the fucking wormhole where you're just thinking about this for a few hours, and that would probably not be the best time to
That
do that.
causes the late night drive is like playing Marvin's Room. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
not Marvin's room. No, no. She said, "You know what I'm saying?" Nah, ain't no fucking way. Sadly, I do. Fucking god, dude. But yeah, I would definitely say probably closer to either midday or just before you're going to sleep. Like maybe like the third to last thing that you do before you go to sleep. Um, just take the time, specifically sit down, find a quiet environment, and whether this is laying down in your bed is probably going to be the answer for most people, or in a chair or something like that. Just like I said, not allowing your mind to steer in a way that's going to take you off the topic that you really need to focus on. That's how I
In a
would.
negative way.
Yeah. So, what do you mean in a negative way?
Like because some people can like think they're healing, but then their mind actually steers them like or their thoughts or whatever in a negative way, and then they're like down bad.
So you're saying like almost like they distract themselves. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, yeah. In reality, like you got to stay up. There's not like
Go ahead.
I feel like you or people's mind naturally when they're in a bad mood.
Give me a second.
Okay, anyways.
We love Beshi.
What was I saying?
Okay,
I
so
was trying so hard to talk, but I was so distracted. Okay,
my bad.
basically what I'm trying to say is some people think of it in a negative way or like, you know, and then like I said, then they're down bad. But for me, when I would say I'm healing, I'm trying to think of ways to make it what's the word? Like I'm trying to take what I can learn from it. Does that make sense?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, but you have to first fully, like I said, fully think the entire situation out. Yeah, but one thing I would recommend with we're trying to think out a situation like that is definitely do not try to numb yourself with distractions because that's a tactic that a lot of people use. Because it's too painful to really confront. But what I've learned through my 20 years of living is if you choose to distract yourself away from things that need attention, thorough thought and attention, it's going to only get bigger. The monster in the closet's only going to get bigger until it busts out the damn closet. You're not ready for it, so yeah.
I would say if you're going to do that, but also have the time to think. Like, yes, distract yourself, but also make
no,
time.
distract yourself.
No, I'm saying okay, take
Yes.
time to think, but some people do need distractions. So I would say make time if you're going to do things to distract yourself, you also need to make time to really like have that moment with yourself and think about it.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, that's the part that's unavoidable. That's unavoidable.
Yeah, cuz honestly some people go through things that are like really bad, and I mean sometimes yes it's good to think, but some people like overthink and maybe they only need like 30 minutes to like sit there and think, and then they got to go distract themselves, you know? Cuz
Yeah, but
I guess that's how some people like get trapped in a hole of just thinking, and then it's down bad.
it's down bad. So like I said, I definitely there's certain specific activities you can go about healing yourself, but like I said, there's people conflate healing yourself and distracting yourself to be the same thing when in reality it's not, right? So for example, if you're suppressing your emotion or trying to steer your mind in a different direction and you're doing it in an unhealthy manner, you're not setting yourself up for success to get past that fucking problem. That's for damn sure. So with that being said, trying a drug of choice in order to strategically numb yourself from the pain. Is it a good short-term strategy? It is a great short-term strategy, but is it a great long-term strategy? Fuck no, it's not. Not even close. Not even close. No, it can't be the answer. But like, let's just say, for example, you distract yourself by going to the gym. No, it is life's greatest challenge is distraction. Focus is one of the most important things. Top 10 on the value hierarchy for damn sure. If you don't have it, you're done for. So yeah. And here's the thing. Another thing I want to talk about is sometimes people don't even recognize that it is a distraction, and they continue to do it. That's when you're lost in the sauce, fellas.
So people think like, like they need it or like they gotta have it. When in reality, yeah, maybe you think, but you haven't even started to think, or tried to really, I don't know. People are different, I guess. And so I guess it's easier for us to say it than to people to act on it. But I think it's a good thing that people should like have in their back pocket to know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I also think that it's like even if you don't understand it. Okay, let's just say you're a person watching this and you're going through something like that, right? If you're a person watching this, you're eventually going to get to the mind state. Hopefully, that is going to be the process of just, like I said, the healing process instead of actually just numbing yourself. Man, it is lost is not facts. Hey, he's spitting facts. He's spitting facts right there. Gucci, shout out to Gucci. Come on now. But but yeah, no, that's 100% facts right there. You eventually come to the conclusion of the answers that we are talking about, like, with processing emotion. Go ahead. What are you gonna say?
What would you say? I'm asking you a question now. What would you
Perfect.
say?
He don't ask me questions at all. Swear to God.
What would you say, like, one big, like, okay, we talked about the pros. Yes, you heal, blah blah blah. What's a bit like what do you think is the biggest con to not thinking?
What's the biggest con to not thinking?
Like, not, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of what I. Hold up, man. It's kind of what I referred to yet earlier, which is, like I said, you're leaving the monster in the closet. Huh. There it is, right there. I got you. Um, so yeah, so you're really just letting the monster grow in the closet, and there's going to be spurts of moment where it's going to be like a demon that possesses you, and when that's completely consuming you, for the better or for the worse, honestly. Um, if you let those things, you're not in control of that emotion at that point, right? That's where you tend to lose control. When you, like I said, just the negativity of the distraction really bears its most damage is going to be when, like I said, you're not really giving it the time and attention to really develop. Um, but yeah, you'll just have it grow in the closet, and like I said, you're not going to be in control of it, and it's going to do what it usually does, which is come at you in your most vulnerable moments. And if you're already on a downward spiral of negative thoughts, that's just going to be another black hole rather, when it comes to your negative spiral. So it's definitely something that you need to address for damn sure.
I would say another big one is it's affecting the people around you if you don't heal.
That is true. Yep, you are lowering the vibration of other people around you by not choosing to heal. Because here's the thing, whether people know it or whether people are conscious of it or not, like I said, you still feel that type of energy. If it's a lacking energy, you feel that in some way, and it can drain you without even you really being conscious of it.
Mm.
And that's what people don't understand. That's why you need to get over those traumas and that, almost just baggage in general. You eventually need to get past that. Yeah, for sure.
I would say for me, when I was going through, I would say any hard time, but the biggest hard time, if you know, you know. But for me, I felt like because of my son, I had no choice but to think and heal and somewhat distract myself, but distract myself in the way of, like, pushing myself to do more, to do better for him and, well, for us, but mostly for him. And at that point, sometimes people don't want to do things for themselves, which is why they get into that. But for me, there was a point where I didn't want to do it for myself, but I had to do it for my son. And if you're, honestly, that's the thing to do it for, I would say, to be honest. Like, if you have kids, do it for your kids. Don't even do it for yourself. Like, yes, do it for yourself, but more importantly, do it for your kids, because those are your kids. Those are who looks up to you, and, like, you got to be able to be okay mentally, physically, to take care of them, to spend your life with them like a good, effective life, not like a sad, traumatizing type of life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and kind of what Bree was talking about, right? Just finding a why that's bigger than yourself, right? And I feel like a lot of people right now are struggling with the whys of why they should pursue something greater than the life that they have right now. Your why has to be greater than yourself. That is the number one thing, right? Like Bree said, Bree's why is greater than just what she or her interests, right? Or her disinterests. She found a reason that is bigger than her, that is extrinsic of her, right? Which is obviously her son, and that becomes a new source of motivation, and it allows you to know if you're on the right path or not, and if you decide to steer off from that path of let's just say a better life, right? The path of a better life. It's going to slowly correct you, unconsciously or consciously, because you know that that's an extrinsic pressure that is placed on you, and like I said, you just need to find the reason bigger than yourself. A lot of people struggle with that, though. A lot of people struggle with that. What do you
I
think
would,
about that?
yeah, I would say I agree, but also like if you don't have kids, think of what you want in life. Think of the big goal you want in life.
Yep,
If
your
you don't
greater
take
why.
care of yourself, if you don't take care of yourself and heal and do things to get there, then obviously you're not going to get there. You got to be in the right again, mental health is a big thing. We've talked about it before. It's a big thing, and if you're not okay mentally, that's going to have you struggling with a lot of different things in your life. So you got to be okay mentally to get where you want to get to.
100% for sure. Definitely got to be in the right mental space. Because, like I said, if you have those demons in the closet, like I said, they'll eventually come out and play with you.
Let them out.
Let them out
Let them out before they make.
before they bust the hell out. That's for damn
Seriously.
sure.
Then it's worse.
Yeah, exactly. So, another thing I want to talk about with giving yourself time to think, right, is kind of what we talked about a little bit earlier, which is just giving yourself time to really plan for your life, essentially, the life that you want to live, the moments you want to have, which I've been doing recently. I don't know if I mentioned on the podcast, but I have a list, and this is honestly another reason that is greater than yourself, right? So, for example, I have this list. This list is filled with a bunch of specific types of moments that I want to live in this life. And not only is that a manifestation of what I'm going to do, but it's also a greater why purpose for moments that I need to feel, which is feeling is greater than logic, sadly. There's going to be certain feelings that you have that's going to override the logic of what you should do. And I'm sure if anyone's been in a breakup or a toxic relationships, you know that pull is greater than the logical pull, which is very sad, but it is true. It's part of being a human being. But yeah, what do you think about that, Brie?
No, I agree. Yeah, a personal experience, yes. Yep. That's definitely true. I would say, I don't know, that whole thing just affects so many things.
Yeah. So, Bree, do you have a list? Do you have I don't know if I ever asked you that question. Do you have a list? I know not a lot of people have a list, but moments that you need to feel specifically.
I mean, yes and no. Like, I feel like because you started talking about them, like certain moments has me thinking about certain moments as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I got to live one out.
Yep, that is true. Yep.
Like,
Shout out to Bree. Shout out to Bree for that, because everybody clap it up for her in the chat, man. Go ahead, Bree. Go explain it.
I felt like for a long time, I feel like you've been talking about that for a long time, but like got me thinking, and I really wanted to go to like a nice, in general, people think about going on nice vacations, right? And then I started to think more in depth of what I could do with that. So, yes, a nice vacation, okay, but like, who do I want around me? And for me, I thought of my mom and my grandmas and how much they would love to do that and how much they deserve to have that. And I really did it for them. Like, yes, myself, but that was my goal, is to take them somewhere they've always wanted to go. And I got to do that. And that was it was a great feeling, and it was a great thing to look back that I really wanted, and I got to live it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. Clap better for Bree. Clap better for Bree. There you go.
It was crazy, actually. It was a crazy feeling.
Yeah, she got to live out a moment that was one of her goals. She got to live that through. Like I said, that's why the applause is necessary for sure. But she like Brie had mentioned, right? She found a reason that is greater than herself, a greater motivating factor than just her interests, which was, you know what? I have these hardworking ladies in my life, and I want to show them an experience that they have yet to experience. And she went ahead and lived that out, which, like I said, is a great thing. And those moments are memories. And like I said, those are more valuable than money. That's for damn sure.
It's a big goal,
Big goal. That's for damn sure. But
big money goal.
check it off. Next one up.
Yep.
That's pretty much how it is, right?
But for me, when I think of things like that, the first thing I thought of was to do something for other people.
Exactly.
And then my next one will be for myself.
Exactly. But here's the thing. That's your number 2 on that list,
Yeah.
or your number 3, whatever it is on that list, right? You like I said, you got to find reasons that are greater than yourself in this life. That's the only way you're going to be able to accomplish anything big, is if you don't selfishly think just about yourself. That's how you get more done. Um, another thing with kind of going back to what you were talking about earlier, right? Just giving yourself enough time to really just be thankful for the things that you have in this life, right? You know, nobody's life is perfect, but at the end of the day, there's things that you definitely can go ahead and appreciate. And if here's the thing, if you're watching this right now, I recommend you go ahead and do this, at least 2 times or 3 times in your day. Just sit down, undistracted, and I want you to think about 3 things that you're grateful for. This can be from the country you live in to your specific current circumstance of you just even existing, right? Um, yeah, just try to find moments where you can find gratitude, and maybe even an experience that you've lived in where you're like, I'm thankful just for this moment right here, because that definitely goes a long way, and that good karma definitely comes back. That's for damn sure. What do you think?
Mm-hmm. I think you can, by doing that, it will unlock more of your thinking, your thought process about different things. So you will be able to see different perspectives, about a lot of different things. Um, for me, I think about those things daily. As I go to work and I'm at work for 10 hours, I really be thinking about the things that I'm grateful for. So, yep.
Fucking KJ, what the hell, man? Hold up, man. There you go. There you go. We got 7 people in here. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Make sure you go and leave a comment just so I can see who's in here. If there's anything in specific you want us to talk about when it comes to just giving yourself time to think, make sure you go to leave it in the comments,
Comment something you're grateful for.
or comment something you're grateful for as well. Go ahead and do both of those things as well. Shout out to Exit. Shout out to KJ, talking about grateful for his family, his life, and the capability to build himself like a 2K player. Yeah, I know that is life right there.
That's like going to the gym. You're just building the build for your 2K player.
That's exactly what he was talking about. Exactly what he's talking about. But yeah. Like I said, we got a few people in here. Make sure you go and leave a comment just so I can see who's in here. And then we'll get into our next topic. Man. All right. So going back, I want to go back and touch a little bit of this topic that we already talked about, but for the new people that are in here, giving yourself time to think in general is a thing that not a lot of people really get the time to do, or you even take the time of the day to really go ahead and make, right? So for this next week, if well, no, I'm not even gonna say if you can. In this next week, go ahead and make time to think about the things you need to think about, right? Stop letting the demon in the closet get bigger, right? Face what you need to face.
Put all those distractions down.
Yeah, put them aside, and start focusing on what you need to focus on. Lock in, and think about the things you need to think about. Giving yourself time, even time like just meditation in general, where you're trying to think about nothing, can also do something as well. And I wouldn't say meditation is a distraction. No, for sure. That's it's a journey within the self. That's what I will say it is. Appreciate it, my dog. Appreciate it, my guy. Yes, sir. I'm grateful for y'all. I'm grateful for y'all. There you go. Come on now. Got to build the best version of yourself. Come on now. You know what time it is, man. Yeah, but going back to what I was saying. Give yourself the time because you deserve it. Give yourself the time that you need to think about the things you need to think about. You have anything you want to say about that, Bree?
Um,
Come on now. You already know, man.
I mean, I said a lot. So, I mean, yeah, that's very true. Like, take that time. If you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for the people around you, the people you love, your mom, your dad, your kids, your friends.
Your future family, your
Mhm.
future wife, your future husband,
Yep.
your future kids, the kids that you don't even have.
Think
do
about
it for them. Do it for them.
Yep.
Yeah, that's something that I've written down in my journal as well. Every single time I wake up in the morning, I have a list of why I'm getting up this morning. Like Bria talked about, right? Finding the reason bigger than yourself. And one of the things I have on there is I'm doing it for my future wife and kids.
It's a good one.
It's something that you're like, okay, I'm 20 years old, right? And you think about that, you're like, man, that shit's so far away. It's really not.
Time be going.
No, for damn sure.
Time is going.
So yeah, it's far. It's kind of far away. It feels far away, but it's really not that far away. So yeah, find the reason greater than yourself. Give yourself the time to think. Don't even. Here's the thing: if you can't do it for your present self, do it for your future self. So past whoever can you can thank your past self.
And the goals you want to accomplish.
Exactly. Like for me, for example, there's certain things that I do. I'm like, man, thank you, past champ. Hey, he was looking out for me.
Set yourself up for success.
Hop on a Go ahead, read that right there, Ree. Go ahead. Yes, sir. Hopping on the track. Yes, sir. Ree about to spit on the track.
He's manifesting it.
He's manifesting it. My guy.
Damn.
Guy. Why now? Yes, sir. She about to hop on the track with me, Anthony, my boy D. Come on now. You already know, man. Hey, there you go. There you go. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, KJ. Like he got the right idea, fellas. He got the right idea.
Where are the other people at?
I know where y'all at, man. We got 6 people in here. Y'all here. Y'all.
They're thinking about themselves.
All right.
What was I saying?
Yeah, 6 people in here. Come on now. Where were the comments?
They're in deep thought right now.
Y'all should be. Here's the thing. If you in deep
You know what?
thought,
Hey, good then.
she said good.
We're doing our job.
Hey.
Podcast accomplished.
She said podcast accomplished.
They're in deep thought. They're writing that shit down right now.
That's an L fucking thought right there, my G. Come on now. Hey, don't consume content, make content, my guy. Come on now. You know what time it is, boy.
Hey, whoa. People will take
Hey.
that differently. Hey, calm down.
Hey, yo. Hey, look at he found a reason greater than himself. There you go. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. Going back to what I was saying, right? One thing that I see in society with not giving themselves time to think, and we can kind of get into this. It's something similar to what we talked about earlier, but just with like you said, they get into a breakup or something, right? They don't give themselves enough time to heal. They're looking for attention or validation outside of what they had, right? They feel a lacking thing within them, so they try to fulfill it in a different way, in an unhealthy way. Like I said, whether this is a drug of choice or whether this is, people. What would be your advice to those people, in order to really make that sacrifice, exactly, make that sacrifice for themselves?
I mean, I wouldn't personally know, but I would say that I assume it's hard because a lot of people do get trapped by that. So, and sometimes it progressively gets worse. So I can only imagine. But for me, for what I would say is you just got to feel those feelings, feel the emotions, think it through. And you just have to think about the end and how good it's going to feel to say and feel and know that you've healed from that. Healed from whatever it is.
She's spitting right now. She's spitting for
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? Like,
I know what you're saying.
I've done that a few times where I've thought of the end result. Like how happy I'm going to be, how much easier my life is going to be. But I also feel like sometimes you do things that are the distraction, and then I mean, not everyone obviously, but I feel like some people do realize like what they're doing, and then they're like, okay, let me seek help, or let me stop doing this, let
Yeah,
me
they try to correct the course.
yeah.
Right? Yeah, for sure.
Some people do feel it. They feel like it getting worse, or they feel like no progress is being made, obviously. But some people do realize that, and then
Yeah, for sure. And one thing I want to talk about that you mentioned, right? With getting over something such as a breakup, right? I would definitely recommend, like Bree said, to feel those feelings and don't suppress those feelings, because if you suppress those feelings, first you're going to have that longer on your conscience because like we talked about, you didn't give yourself enough time to think about that. And if you decide to distract yourself, you're only prolonging that process. And something that probably could have healed in, let's just say 6 months can take fucking 4 years. If you really if you really don't give yourself enough time, that shit can last years, months, way longer than it even needs to. So you have to feel those feelings, and if you are in denial of those feelings, I think that's toxic in general, right? If you're in denial of just feeling feelings, you're fucked. You're fucked.
but here's the thing though, is like some people are like, yeah, no, I'm fine, I don't need it, but in their like they say it because that's what they want. But in their mind, their mind is probably so like clouded and giving them a hard time in the night. You know what
Oh,
I'm
for
saying?
damn sure.
But
Like
they
I
want
said,
to put on a like, oh, I'm fine, I'm okay, like it's whatever. But when people say that, I'm like, okay. Like in my mind, I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. But
see, I
but
can
I'm
feel it.
like,
I can feel your energy right now.
yeah,
Like,
but also
that's
I'm like,
cap.
it's okay. You can say that to say that, but everyone knows that it's clouded up there.
I definitely agree. So
So, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. But again, it is tougher for some people, but honestly, my advice would stay the same
do I say the same? Fair enough.
for everybody.
I have a question for you. Who do you think feels breakups harder, men or women?
I would say both in different time periods.
I agree. 1,000%. Women feel it. Let me try to explain it. And maybe if I'm wrong, you go ahead and correct me. Women feel it the most when it happens. Guys feel it fucking months after.
Yeah.
Months after, down terrible. It's an interesting thing, but um, if you had a preference, would you still feel it right there in the moment? Or you just like, what would you say?
I would feel it in the moment, to be honest. For me, there's no point in prolonging it when you could be doing something better in 6 months. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather feel it when it happens and then continue with my life rather than thinking I'm continuing with my life and then it happens months later. And then you got to go through it and start. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like you're going through it again.
Yeah.
It's like you're going through it again.
Yeah.
It's yeah. Hey, but hey, it is what it is. Hey, like I said, it is what it is. I don't
But
want to say more
the
than
way
that.
I think that things like that is everything happens for a reason. Like, that is some true shit right there. For me, like, obviously, I've been single for a very long time, but I think that it was meant to be that way, right? I went through my healing process and I've been on a self care, self learning, self finding journey for a very long time. But I feel like I really needed it or that I need it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's sometimes people don't understand the quote, everything happens for a reason. And sometimes I don't either, because sometimes things happen and I'm like, someone tell me what the hell the reason for this was. Like, ain't no way there's a logical reason, right? But I mean, whatever happens.
Whatever happens, happens.
You just gotta ride the wave, see where it takes you.
Exactly.
I've learned a lot of things from a lot of things that happened in my life. So,
Man.
yep.
She said, ride the wave, fellas. Ride the
But
wave.
I mean, I say that even at work. Like, some people think, like, when we're busy, I'm like, y'all just gotta ride the wave. We're all gonna go home at the end of the day. You just gotta ride the wave right now in this moment, and then it'll get better. You know?
Yeah, for sure. I have a question for you, Bree. How would you recommend telling somebody, let's just say somebody's in denial of something, right? Let's just say they're in denial of facing a demon, potentially, right? How would you recommend approaching that person to go ahead and talk about something that's hindering them?
Like, okay, I need a little bit more context. Are they like trying to come to me, like to talk to me or for ask for advice, or is it like where they're not and I know that they're like,
The second part. So basically, it's like this, right? Let's just say you have somebody in your life. They're doing a self-sabotaging behavior, and you know it's self-sabotaging, but they're in denial of it being self-sabotaging. How would you go about, addressing that with that person, or would you just not?
well, there's a lot of factors, but in reality, I know what you're trying to say is yes, I would.
Okay, you would. Okay.
Um, I would say obviously it's easier when it's someone you are close to and you see the potential or you see a different version of them. I guess it's easier to like talk about, I guess. Um I mean, none of those conversations are ever easy, but I would just I would ask them what's in their closet.
You
Like,
think so?
what do you? Yeah.
What if you know what's in their closet?
Then you would have to say, like, obviously, like whatever it is, that they have not healed or felt those feelings or anything. Then I would tell them exactly that.
You gotta just fucking fight the demon, or what?
Yeah, feel
Fair
those
enough.
feelings.
All right.
Take a step back from whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is they may be doing. I mean, think it through, feel the feelings. All of what I've already said.
Yeah. Fair
I
enough.
had to tell myself that, matter of fact.
Hey,
Tell myself all those things.
you definitely have to. You definitely have to have that constant reminder with some of those things. We got 6 people in here right now. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Make sure you leave a comment. Just like to see who's in here, as well as if you have any questions for me and Brianna to answer, go ahead and let us know. We're gonna end the podcast here off in a few minutes. Just like I said, if you have any last second questions regarding anything we talked about, or maybe you even have a question that is related to something that we talked about, make sure you go to leave it in the comments.
I would also do what I do to myself, is ask what their goal is, what the bigger picture of themselves, where do they see themselves in the future. And if they have an answer, then I'm like, okay, so what are you doing at this moment that's going to get you there? What is doing all of the negative things that you're doing to not heal? Like, how is that going to help you? Where do you think that's going to take you, type of thing,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a big question. And then some people don't have even answers, and I'm like, dang, you down bad. You
Yeah,
don't even have that.
shit, you better get to fucking thinking, big dog, or you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you though. Yeah, do you have any questions for us? You have any questions for us? Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, I want to ask you the same question that you asked me is, would you tell somebody?
So yes, that's the type of person that I am personally. I will tell you things that you don't want to hear, but you need to hear. That is. I feel like that is
Yep.
whether exactly whether it is exactly. Well, here's the thing. I have the best interest for everybody around me. So if you have to really, you have to know that about me. Quite frankly,
Mhm.
you have to know that I have your best interest in mind, and that's the only way you're going to get over some maybe a thing that I will tell you, that
The
that
truth
needs work.
hurts.
The truth is going to fucking hurt. But like, Not enough people have the people in their lives that will tell them the truth like that, right? And that's why you need to value the people that actually can tell you the truth, because at least you know that they're not gonna lie to you. They're genuine. That is their character, and at the end of the day, they have the best interest in mind for you. So I'm the type of person to have that confrontation if it needs to be had. Um, if I see you're not doing exactly what you need to do for yourself, I'm gonna
You won't
want
say what's up.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
want to ask the questions. I'm gonna want to make you think about those things. I'm going to put you in a position that is going to be maybe even a little bit uncomfortable, but at the end of the day, if I know it's going to bring you long term growth potentially, I'm gonna have the conversation with you. So that is my personal approach. Like I said, it doesn't work for everybody, but you definitely gotta appreciate those people in your life that actually have that for you. Hey, everybody knows this about me. Everybody knows this about me. Come on now.
Mhm.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, like I said, I have the best interest. I have the best interest for you, for the entire interaction, for the entire environment, for everything. I got the best interest for you. So
True.
that's two people. That's two people that verified. I'm sure many other could verify as well. But hey, at least you know I won't lie to you. At least you know I won't lie to you. And like I said, hey, that is for me. That is living within my truest and most genuine and authentic self. So like I said, you can't really say anything about that. Go ahead, Bree. I know this is an off topic, but a woman's perspective or your perspective, what do females want in a guy so I can know what what to do? Hold on, in order to get a girlfriend, which is on my goal list. Okay,
He said not the top though. It's not at the top.
all right.
Good. I'm just kidding.
Hey,
Work
go
on
ahead.
yourself. Is the top.
Okay, so what would you use a recommendation to? Uh, from a woman's perspective, what would it do? What? Okay, read the fucking question.
I can't see from here, to be honest.
Are you fucking serious?
Yep. That's why when it comes up there, I have to read it really fast. Okay.
Okay, so Cage's question. I'm gonna read it to you. I'm gonna read his comment. Bree, I know this is off topic, but from a woman's perspective or your perspective, um, what do females want in a guy that is so I can know what to do in order to get a girlfriend, which is on top of my list.
Well, I mean, I honestly, every girl is different. So, I mean, I can only.
Bullshit answer. Go ahead.
I would. Okay, maybe most are the same, but for me, I wouldn't put myself in that category as most women, to be honest. You know that.
I'd actually agree with that.
You know
I
that.
can verify.
Um. I mean, that's. Why do you have that look on?
'Cause I want to know. I want to know what you have to say, and then I'll give my 2 cents on it. He asked for your opinion, so go ahead and give your opinion.
My opinion, you gotta show that you care a lot.
Bullshit.
Okay. That's for me. For me, I want someone to show me that they really care. That they're very care about everything.
What I will say is this, fellas, that is not the first thing that
I
a
wouldn't say
woman
it's the
that woman's
first.
gonna recognize. So here, let me give you my answer. Right, what you need to develop is your charisma and your confidence. That's it. And then you get to the point where
he asked for a woman's perspective, not a
I know,
man's.
but here's the thing. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. Develop your charisma. So
He
research
then
charisma.
he needs to say man, not woman.
Do you want the best answer, or do you want the best answer? Okay, you want the best answer? Perfect. Develop your charisma. Research or observe. Ask questions to the people who have charisma. Observe these people. What qualities do they have? What are the things like that? Because here's at the end of the day, you won't even get the opportunity to be nice to a woman and show you're caring if you don't have any charisma, if you don't have any game, if you don't have any swagger, if you don't have any confidence, if you don't have any of those things, they won't even know that you're caring. Exactly.
I mean, you can always say or do something to show that you care, whether it's about them or you just care about anything in general.
Can I? Okay, I'm gonna give you my 2 cents as well. There's a lot of guys in a girl's DMs that care. A lot of them. Most of them are fucking simps. Let's keep it 1,000, fellas. Let's keep it 1,000. If I'm gonna give you the best advice, you came here for the best advice. Caring is an earned thing. For me to care about you, you have to earn it. That goes both ways. Keep it 1,000. Come on
He's
now.
like, all right, stop talking
PUBG.
now. I already, all right, hey, thank you. I
Hey,
already
come on now.
I
Hey,
got the answer.
like I was talking about, right?
Uh,
You already know. You didn't know, man. Come on, advice from Top G. Come on now.
Who's that?
Stop. Bree. So, do you have any last thoughts about maybe something that I said, or maybe you came up with something else that would give this man a better chance of what to do in that situation?
I mean, you said it all. Okay, don't be a simp then.
Here's the thing. How do you know how not to be a simp? That's the real question, fellas. 7 people. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. If there's anything pertaining to the title that you guys want to talk about,
Do you think
giving yourself time to think, go ahead and let us know in the comments. Go ahead. What?
him asking that was being a simp or wanting?
No, he's
Okay.
curious. He's a curious man. You know what? And most guys are like that. What I will say is this: like I said, would I take Bree's advice and say, you know what? I'm gonna show a woman that I'm caring. There's a lot of things that guys do that is caring that women don't care about. Give it 1,000, right? If you're not the right guy, it doesn't matter how caring you are. It doesn't matter. You could be the most caring guy in the DMs. Here's what guys think about when they say, "Oh, I want to show a girl that I'm caring. I'm gonna send her money."
Um, I wouldn't say that was
Guys,
part of caring.
guys' logic. Oh yeah, she needs something. You know what? I'm gonna show her that I'm caring by sending her money. That is what you call the logic of a fucking simp, fellas. That's what you call logic of a simp. So here's the thing: when she says caring, first you have to find a reason to care. Think about that. Find a reason to care. If she's not presenting you with value, then you have no reason to care anyways. You got to show her the confidence, show her the charisma, and then you can show her that you're caring. Because at that point, she's already on the hook, my G. She's already on the hook. Feel me? You can't get her on the hook by just saying I'm caring. Because women take advantage of dudes that are caring. I've seen this on women's phones. Food. Somebody's contact name is food. Oh, you're caring. Oh, okay, you're caring. Okay, all right, all right. Go ahead and pay for my fucking food. That's women's fucking mentality, bro.
No.
That
Not
exactly.
me.
Not
That's not my
not Bree.
mentality.
She's an exception to the rule, fellas. But what I will say is this: caring is an earned thing. For me to give a shit about you, you have to do something for me. Simple as that. I'm not gonna just care shit out the fucking gate. No fucking way. Because like I said, that you turn into a simp. One of these days, you'll be buying food for a woman that don't care about you. You'll be doing the most for women that don't care about
I
you.
guess obviously have some type of boundaries, but I've definitely been approached by men who whatever they say or how they say it shows that they just genuinely care. Whether it doesn't have to be about me, you can just tell that they're a caring type of person.
Yeah, for sure. You can definitely have those interactions with men, but like I said, if you don't have the charisma, you don't have the confidence, you don't have the swagger, she's not even gonna fucking. Oh,
I'm just
you can say
saying.
you could be the most polite person. And hey, shout out to him if he's watching this. Shout out to him. Not to say that he did this. He just witnessed this happen. And we were talking about this earlier. Hey, this guy came up, very very sweet, very very cordial to the woman. Hey, can I get your number? She says, Nah, I'm okay. Destroyed. That man didn't even make it home. Who the fuck knows what happened to his ass, right? You can be nice, you can be caring, but at the end of the day, if you are caring and nice initially, it might not work in your best interests. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Nice guys finish last. Why is that? Your guess is as good as mine, fellas.
Yes. I know what you're saying. I know what you're trying to say, but I'm saying like first impression wise for me, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, but if he's not a certain height, doesn't look a certain way, move a certain way, it doesn't matter.
Hey.
That's Avery. Am I spitting facts? Yes, no. If he ain't got the sauce, if he ain't got the sauce, big fella, it don't matter. It don't even matter if you're carrying.
I mean,
If he's overweight and he's carrying, you think he's gonna even get a shot? Fellas,
No.
I got y'all. If he's
No,
fat,
I'm not saying that either. I'm not saying none of that. What I'm saying is, doesn't matter. I'm gonna be like, maybe it's just me. I'm gonna feel like, you know what? Whether it goes somewhere or not, I'm like, he's really caring. He's a really caring guy.
Fellas, no. Hell nah.
I will
fellas.
think that. I will think like, okay, doesn't matter who they're with or where this is. They're a really genuine, caring person. That's all. That's not even what the podcast is about. Next subject.
Do you want her? Do you want her to know that you're caring, or do you want a girlfriend? Think about that, fellas. Think about that, fellas. What? What do you say? What do you say?
It's okay, KJ. You do what you need to do. What you feel you need is right. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna say, KJ. Just wrap that out, KJ.
Be yourself. That's all.
No, that's terrible advice. What I'm gonna say is this: never ask a fish how to fish. You ask the fisherman. That's what I'm gonna say. Simple as that. Hey, simple as that, man.
Whatever. Again, he asked for a woman's
No, he did. He did.
not a man's.
He
so.
did. And he got the woman's
He
perspective.
got both, I guess.
Hey, you gotta give them both. Gotta give them both. This
Maybe
life-
my
this
advice
podcast.
is not the best. I wouldn't say it's the best advice, to be honest, but that's just a personal thing. So, again, doesn't work for all women. I am not like the others. So,
I can attest that is true. That is true. We got 6 people in here. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. If there's any last second questions you want us to go ahead and answer, make sure to go ahead and leave in the comments. Hey, no way. Yeah, here's the thing. Hey, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Hey, down terrible. Down terrible, right, Heem? Heem, that man was down terrible, yes or no? It's okay. Here's the thing. You can be caring. Hey, but there's some women that'll still let you have it, man. It don't matter. It don't matter, my G. It don't matter.
true.
You can still get the disrespect because the disrespect is still out here. For no reason. For no reason. You can still catch it. You can still catch it. So, earn. Yeah, the fisherman tells wise tales for sure. Exactly. Exactly. He knows. He knows. But yeah, appreciate you guys for stopping by. We had GDP in here, Noe in here, KJ in here, him in here as usual. My guy. Yeah, we got a pretty decent amount of people in here. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. I'm gonna go ahead and end it off here in about 10 minutes. So, like I said, if there's any last second questions you want us to go ahead and answer, I'm gonna go ahead and reiterate the entire podcast shortly. So, obviously, giving yourself time to think. I've had these last 4 months to really develop my thoughts, process the feelings and emotions, and I would definitely recommend anyone who has the opportunity to go ahead and do it, to go ahead and take advantage of that for sure. When it comes to time to heal, and just giving yourself enough time to find the time to actually heal, right? That is definitely something that, bro, ain't no way. Nightbot, bro, I thought I took you off, my guy. Hey, hold on. I want to try something out, fellas. Another thing I want to try out. Hold up. I'm gonna make people moderators as well. So if you want to be a mod, let me know. I'm probably gonna have like a mod squad of like 5. So go ahead and let me know as well. KJ, you'll be a mod if you want to be a mod. So that means you can kick people off. If there's any people in here. But other than that, Bree, when it comes to giving yourself time to think, what is one thing that you think people need to really think about that they haven't thought about?
In general, I would say think about your future.
Think about your future, okay? Specifically, like what?
Your future goals.
Okay.
Like we said, your future husband or wife, kids, family. I don't know, whatever it is that you want to do in your life.
Okay.
So, I would say think about all that before you get deep in the hole.
Okay. So okay. Before you get deep in, okay. So one of the things I want to talk about as well, like I said, find time to give yourself just gratitude back to things that you're thankful for. Like I said, find the time to do it. Find the time to process your emotions. Find the time to think about your future. Find the time to you fight the demons that need to be fought. 8 people in here. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Like I said, make sure you leave a comment. We're gonna go ahead and end it off here in a second. If you want to be a mod, let me know. If you know what a moderator is, I'm gonna go ahead and add people. KJ, I think I just made you a mod. Like I said, I need a few people in here that if you're watching or if you watch often, if there's somebody that comes in here out of pocket, we go ahead and kick his ass out. Simple as that. Now look at his chat's different now. There you go. That's dope. He got the little fucking wrench. How cool. You're the first person with the wrench, KJ. How do you feel, my guy? Yeah, I remember on a come on now, you already know. I had a person come on the podcast what the hell? Maybe like 7 or 8 podcasts ago. Do you remember that experience?
Mhm. Mhm.
Right, somebody come on and I wanted to kick the ass off, and I couldn't do it.
I tried. I was reporting them.
You tried?
Yeah, I was reporting every comment.
Yeah, she was down terrible, but it is what it is. Hey, if you got to do what you got to do, my guy, kick him out. If you got to kick him out, man. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it right there. When it comes to if you want to kick him out, you can kick him out. Don't be kicking people out for no reason though. Come on now. Don't do all that now. Bree, do you have any last second thoughts about the podcast?
To wrap it up,
Yeah, to wrap it up, do you have any game for the people they could take away for the rest of this week?
whether you're going through a tough time or not, always be thinking about your future, your next move,
Okay.
what you could be doing better, or how to get to that goal. That's it. That's basically it.
What happened? The chat wants to know. What do you mean?
I think he means another podcast.
Um. So okay, there's 2 instances. I don't know if she's talking about the right one, but we had somebody come on, accuse a person on the podcast of a certain situation that person was not guilty of, and then we also had what the hell else was it? I had another person come on with a wild ass name. Hey, there you go. Come on now. Come on now. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end it off. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. This was episode number 43 of the Life of the Champ podcast, talking about giving yourself time to think, featuring Bree. My last piece of game for y'all. I would say, besides giving yourself time to think, make sure you go ahead and give people compliments. Give people compliments throughout this week. You don't know everybody's situation. Some people are going through a hard time and they just need cut too short. You want me to go on longer? All right, where are the questions at, fellas? Where the hell are the questions at? You want us to go on longer? Where are the questions at? I'll give you 1 minute to write a question. If you ain't got a question in 1 minute, we're done. Yeah, now Bree is one of the most requested guests on the podcast, so I definitely have to have her on. I'll definitely have her on in the coming future when we think of some more ideas. But yeah, if there is a specific topic that you guys want us to cover next time on next podcast, make sure you go ahead and leave it in the comments as well. Yeah, but we're gonna go ahead and end off here in a few minutes, or we're gonna end it off in 30 seconds if somebody don't ask a question. So it is what it is.
True.
Exactly. Come on now.
I like what you said though. Like, give people compliments. Hey, whether you mean it or not, honestly, just do it. It's gonna make them feel better. It could boost their confidence. You don't know. They could be on the edge, and you just helped them. You never know.
She said on the edge. You just
Yeah.
got you, my dog. Got you. Yeah. Go ahead and give compliments because, like I said,
I like to do that sometimes at work.
people don't give enough. People don't give enough compliments. So make sure you go ahead and give compliments this week. But other than that, I'm gonna go and end it off. I appreciate everyone for stopping by. Like I said, we're ending off with 7 viewers. Like I said, this is Life of Champ podcast, episode number 43. Giving yourself time to think. Yeah, definitely show humility. And I'll be having another podcast on Thursday. Like I said, if there is going to be, oh my God. Here's the thing, man. I'm gonna go ahead and answer that question, and we're gonna end it off. A, it's not what's on you, it's what's in you. That's what it comes down to, my guy.
They should be genuine comments, yes, but sometimes you can see that someone's having a bad day and you're just looking for a compliment. Or, whatever. I don't know. Do you think it has to be genuine?
Hell yeah. Why would no, hey,
I
come on
mean,
now.
yes, but sometimes, like, if like, I don't know. I don't mean to sound like a bad person.
She's out here just giving out fake compliments. What the hell is this?
You don't know, man. No. I don't know.
Fellas, we're going to end it off, fellas. We're going to end it off. Actually, we're ending it off. Like I said, make sure you go ahead and stay tuned for Thursday's podcast. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your night and have a good rest of your week. And we'll go ahead and end it right there. Appreciate you guys stopping by.